Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at the different parts of the skin. To start with, I'm turning on my magical typing thing, and we are going to start with the epidermis. So the epidermis I am going to label in pink. The epidermis is the topmost layer of the skin, and it runs from the top here down to the wavy layer underneath the skin. That wavy layer is the basal layer, the top layer. Remember that the top layer is dead and the layer underneath it is living. The top dead layer protects our body from things like infections, fungus, dirt. So all this pink area is all part of the epidermis. Now the area immediately under the epidermis is the dermis. So I'm going to label the dermis in blue. My mistake. Let me try that again. Let's do it in red then. Okay, so the epidermis is the area immediately under the dermis, and it runs from here all the way down to this curly layer down here. So we're just going to kind of cut across here. This area is all still part of the dermis. This area is all part of the dermis. So all this area in here, all this area in here, this whole area through here, this is all part of the dermis. The bottom layer is the hypodermis. So the hypodermis is a layer of fat and connective tissue below the skin. So this whole area here is the hypodermis. I'm using circles this time because the hypodermis has a looser structure to it than either the dermis or the hypodermis. Give you a second to jot that down, and then we'll go over some other parts of the skin. Okay, so the first part of the first accessory gland or organ of the dermis that we're going to look at is the hair follicle. The hair follicle is located down here. It's a group of rapidly dividing cells that produce flat cells that are filled with keratin that will eventually grow into the hair. And in this case, I'm going to make the hair purple, or pink. I guess I can make it pink. So a hair comes down here and then grows up through the dermis and up out onto the skin. Now next to the hair is the sebaceous gland. The sebaceous gland produces an oil known as sebum, and sebum helps keep the hair follicle lubricated and keeps the skin moisturized, which is important for cutting down on water loss. So that area there is the sebaceous gland. The last kind of accessory organ to the skin that we're going to talk about is the sweat glands. So the sweat glands are located near the hair follicles. They can be far away. And they start with these little pores here on the surface. So that's part of a sweat gland, and that's part of a sweat gland. Here's the entrance to the sweat gland. And it's an example of an exocrine duct. So it has a tube that connects it to the area that needs it, which is the skin. And it comes down to this little coiled area. So we spent our time talking about the epidermis, dermis, hypodermis, hair follicle, hair, sebaceous gland, and sweat gland. I hope you have a great day, and I hope this helped clarify some for you.